Just waiting on my other. All right, here we go. Hello, this is Merrill Jinks with the Big Helper Real Estate Group coming at you with a new edition of Merrill's Monday Morning Market Madness, where we take a look at what's going on in the housing market in the Phoenix metro area. Just try to keep you updated on what home values are doing and what the market's doing, and helping you stay informed so that you can make the best decisions for yourselves. So, as always, I'm starting out with a look at the month supply of inventory, which is at 0.97. That is holding very, very stable and consistent for the last 4 or 5 months now. We have been sitting at, just under 1 month supply of inventory. Meaning that still very, very, very much a seller's market, very low inventory, still seeing multiple offers on tons of properties. Just yesterday, I made an offer on a property for a buyer with 10 offers. So the market remains very, very competitive. The thing that's unique about that is that we usually, the last several years, we've seen a very competitive market in the spring, but by fall, the market has really slowed down, especially, amidst a presidential election year. But this year, it just keeps roaring, just keeps on going. It's almost like we're still in the spring. We've not seen a slowdown at all. And I think that, a lot of factors involved in that, very, very high demand. There's tons of people moving here from out of state and other locations. Interest rates remain at record lows. So all of those things contributing to where we're still seeing a very high number of homes closing. One really, really interesting piece of data that came out of our MLS publishes a monthly newsletter called the Stat Newsletter, and they published a really interesting data in this most recent edition that from September of 2020, looking back to September of 2019, the average sales price was up to $410,000, which is a year-over-year increase of 23%. That is the greatest year-over-year increase that we have seen probably since 2005. And the median sales price was up to $329,000, which is a year-over-year increase of 17.5%. They also have a very interesting metric where they look at, they call it their pending price index, which is where they look at, of all the homes that are currently pending, what the price, contract price on those, what do we predict the average sales price to do for the month of October? And they're predicting it to go up another $5,000 for the month of October. So we'll see if that number pans out to be correct, but I believe it will, just based on kind of what we're experiencing in the market right now. So, if you're a homeowner, great news. On average, your home's going up $5,000 a month right now. So very, very exciting. The other thing that's kind of interesting is the number of sales. I've kind of touched on this, but typically in October, we might see somewhere between, 6,500 and 7,500 homes close. This year, we're tracking to have 9,300 closings in the month of October, which will make it the busiest October of all time. Crushing even what we did in October of 2005. A ton of homes are selling right now. So the question is, where are all these buyers coming from? Who are all of the buyers who are buying in our market right now? And I found this really interesting. They were able to gather some data on this. 16% of all the homes that sold in the month of September were from out-of-state buyers. And let's see here. So 6.1% of 6.1% of all the homes that were sold were Californians. The buyers were from California. And all the rest of the states combined, the other 9 out of the top 10 states, so take out California, accounted for 7.3%. So California, and then add 9 states, and you get about as many as California as well. The other states, the other top 9 states where people are moving here from are Washington, Illinois, Colorado, Minnesota, Texas, Oregon, Nevada, Utah, and New York. Of course, people are coming from other states as well, but that rounds out your top 10. Institutional buyers, buyers who are like, real estate investment trusts and huge like hedge fund type buyers. The big name institutional buyer in our market right now is called Cerberus Holdings. They are accounting currently for less than 1% of all the homes that are selling. And iBuyers, Open Door, OfferPad, Zillow, those types of companies are only accounting for about 1.5% of all of the sales that are happening. So it's, right now we're seeing the vast majority of homes that are selling, again, 16% are coming from out of state. You got another 2.5% of institutional buyers. And then most of the rest of it is, local, just, population growing, millennials getting into the market for the first time, all of those things, lots of move up buyers, move down, lots of stuff going on. One other thing that's kind of interesting, kind of I guess you could say a negative of something that's happening in our market is Canadians. So at its peak, probably somewhere around 2011, Canadians accounted for 6% of all the homes that were selling in our MLS. In the month of September, they only accounted for 0.1% of the purchases. So as our commentator in our monthly stat newsletter said, our collective hockey IQ is on the decline. So anyway, we need to hopefully the exchange rate becomes more favorable soon, and we can get some of those Canadians back. But anyway, that is our monthly update. I hope you found it interesting and helpful. If you'd like to know a little bit more about the value of your home, again, it's going up by an average of $5,000 a month right now. So it might be a lot different than what you think or what you're seeing on Zillow or other websites. So if you're interested to find out what the current value of your home is, please let me know. I would love to connect with you. And even if you have no intention of selling, you just want to update your net worth spreadsheet, I would love to provide you with some data on that. Thanks so much and have a great day.